So it was very good. We've just come back from Varanasi after doing this retreat dialogue on Bharati Chit Manaskal. 4 days, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I think it went off very well. And, the place itself had so much of energy in this Krishnamurti Foundation Study Centre next to the Ganga and forested, such a large, ekdam shanti. I mean, being in Banaras, and yet there was, it was absolutely so quiet and so, forest and the river and the whole energy. And we were sitting next to our retreat was next to the room where Krishnamurti ji used to stay. So I think that was wonderful. I mean, I think there was a lot of energy there. So we must express our deepest of respect to Krishnamurti ji and KFI and the study center, Mr. Kumar and Shukla ji, Aruna ji, everyone, and the whole staff. It was very good. Their support was just tremendous. I mean, we didn't feel as if we were visitors there. We felt so much at home. The food was good. The arrangement was so good. And they gave us everything. That was one part. And the other was that the diversity of the participants was amazing this time. हमेशा ही होता है, लेकिन इस बार कुछ ज्यादा ही था. From rural India, urban India, people are doing different kinds of things, and but they were all very serious people, in the sense that they were engaging themselves with what was happening over there. One could see it by their questions, by their looks, by their attentivity. And the biggest surprise for me was the presence of Professor Brijendra Pandey. I mean, I've known him for some time now. We have exchanged notes, and we have spoken, and we have exchanged WhatsApp messages. I am a regular subscriber to their channel as well, YouTube channel, and their magazine Tattva Sindhu. But he was so good in the sense of summarizing things, bringing fresh insights into the whole thing, going into the roots of English words. I think that when he said that, when I was talking about Lokeshna, and someone asked me what is the English of Lokeshna, and I said desire for popularity, and then he gave this insight that popularity and vulgarity have the same root. I thought that was super. This thing, it just opened so many doors for me, and so his presence was so good. And then Arun, who came from the first time stepping out of his village, but he's such a well-read person, both in Hindi and English. His presence was so good. And then Apna Prem Singh ji from Banda, who brought another insight into the whole thing, because he's rooted and he's a farmer and belongs to that place. His family has been living there for maybe hundreds of years. And he understands the local customs and rituals and what is behind those rituals and customs. He understands those things. It's a practical version of what Ravindra Sharma used to say. So that was very good. The Purna Pramati team was fantastic. The Sanskrit scholars and even others, they were conversing in Sanskrit, and we could understand quite a bit of it, and that we couldn't understand was easily translatable. So it was very rich. I think this whole diversity, the seriousness. The only thing I would say, which I thought if I were to do it again, I would do it even more slowly, by giving good half an hour to 45 minutes of periods when people don't have to talk and they can venture out, sit under a tree or sit near the Ganga, and then come back and share their thoughts, or split into groups or whatever. We don't have to be talking all the time. This is something which I think I would do if we were to do such a thing again. So overall, I mean, I think it was just superb. Even that ride on the Ganga, when we went on that Bajra, I think it was very good. And then that trip in the morning when we went to Sankat Mochan Mandir, and then we had those breakfast in a local restaurant. That food was good. The mandir visit was so unplanned, but it happened and it was very nice. So I think all in all, it was a very nice visit. We even went to that trail where Buddha is supposed to have walked on that trail on way to from Varanasi on way to Sarnath, and we sat on the place where he's supposed to have rested. So all this was, I think most people, I would say almost everyone enjoyed themselves and went back enriched. So, and thanks to everyone, I think everyone contributed in their own way just by being by their presence, because they were not there as if in a non-serious manner, and I think that brought a lot of energy into the dialogue process.